I can help, but I don't have slow scan, so I'm just going to listen. N6 DTR. Hey, MD.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, this is KP4MD. Our regular net control is not available right now, so I do have the script, and I'll go ahead and start. Thank you so much for offering. This is Kilo Papa 4 Mike Delta, and we're coming up with the script here for excuse me.
No problem. N6NA repeater, slow scan group. Everybody's on standby. We're waiting for a net controller to get in here. This is your mascot. I'm like Carlton the doorman. I'll be handing out peanuts and popcorn over the air. N6 DTR Dana.
Gee, thank you very much for that. Okay, here we go. Coming up with the script for the, I used to do this off the top of my head all the time. Slow scan TV script. This is the River City Arc Slow Scan Television Net, and here it is. Here it is. I'm pulling it up right now. Just a second. We meet on this frequency 441.30 FM repeater in the Sacramento area Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Pacific time on 441.30, and we also do it on our YouTube channel, which has live chat. And we invite everyone, all licensed radio amateurs, who are welcome to participate. If you wish to join the net or you need to make a call anytime, please announce your call sign between transmissions, and net control will acknowledge you. If an emergency should arise and you need the repeater, please contact net control by saying break break. A double break signifies emergency traffic. The net will stand by for you until the emergency is terminated or the traffic moved to another frequency. Stations who wish to check in are asked to respond with their full call sign using the recognized ITU phonetic alphabet and their name. I will recognize each station before I continue. Any station who wishes to check into the net, please come now.
Where is everyone? Alpha India. Good evening, Joel and Florin.
November 6, Papa Golf, Quebec, Bob in Roseville.
Okay, so far I have Joel, AI6DG, N6PGQ, myself, KP4MD, and yeah, I guess people are hesitant because they're not hearing the melodious voice of our usual net control here, Bill, who's indisposed for this week and next week. Any other check-ins? Okay, nothing heard, so we'll go ahead. Our order is going to be Joel is number 1, Bob is number 2, I'll be number 3, and I want to thank Dana, November 6th Delta Tango Romeo, for offering to jump in, but I did pull up the script here at the last minute, and we can go ahead and do this. So I appreciate your kind offer as well. So over to you, Joel. See if you have anything to share with us. If you're set up already, over.
First, let's double check and make sure I have tone. So here it is.
Yes, indeed. A very melodious tone indeed. Go ahead.
PD 120.
Okay, very good. That picture came through pretty well over here. Just a moderate amount of pixel pops. How did you copy that, Bob? And what comments do you have on that N6PGQ KP from D? Go ahead.
Good evening, Carol and the net. Yeah, quite a few pixel pops, not, an obnoxious number. Picture came out quite well. It looks like we are on the top floor of a parking garage, since it has a wall around the periphery that looks like they don't want you to crash through. Many tall buildings in the background, and a little tiny bit of an automobile off to the left-hand side. We have a computer, laptop computer, a small vertical antenna on a tripod base, a radio kit that's opened, a radio that's behind the kit, looks like a soda cup, and I don't know what the device is down at the front. It might be a radio, or it might be GPS or something to that effect. But anyway, it's an interesting location. I don't think you can do parks on the air on top of a building, but it'd be interesting to find out what this is, N6PGQ.
Okay, N6PGQ is KP4MD. Yeah, I have to admit, I think there's probably about 40% pixel pops, an awful lot of pixel pops. You can see them on YouTube. And yep, it looks like it's the top of a parking structure. Laptop computer. There's a radio there. I think it's a KX2 or KX3. I think Joel has a KX2. And an interesting little base-loaded vertical antenna with a tiny little tripod. And I guess that's a battery that's connected to the KX2. That little black thing that's standing up. Maybe that's the battery. A water bottle and a I don't know if that's a Slurpee cup or something, but interesting. I'm wondering where this picture was taken. So we'll turn it back over to you, Joel. AI6TG's KP from D.
So starting in the foreground with blue is the water bottle. Behind that in red is a tropic milkshake that I had gotten to fix my sugar and chocolate fix, but also to try to cool me off a little bit. Didn't do much good. Yeah, the case that the KX2 came in. So the KX2 is on the right, and the black box on the right is a USB power brick. But this is one, I got one specifically for functions like this that also has 12-volt output. Most of them don't have 12-volt output. This one did. And this one is right at the TSA limit, so it's like 99.9 kilowatt hour capable, which is, no, not kilowatt hour, watt hour. Yeah, get my units right. And behind that's an AX3. And there's a counterpoise actually going away from me. You can't see it on the photo. This is on the top level of the Masquerade parking lot, or parking structure at Rio in Las Vegas. The elevator is just around the corner from me, 20 feet away or so. This was miserable. It was well over 100 out when I was doing this. I only lasted, I don't know, half an hour or 45 minutes or so. I just wanted to make sure that how well the antenna would work. It worked pretty good, actually. I mean, I always say it's a compromised antenna, but every time I used it, I got out reasonably well. Had a few contacts that were close, a few that were far. Obviously, when they're far, you're depending upon more on the other guy than you, but it got fine. But the temperature was an issue. I couldn't sit on the pavement. The pavement looks like it's in shade, but it had recently been in sun, I don't know, sometime in the last hour or two, and it still held all that heat. So every time I sat down, I started burning. I tried kneeling on it, but burnt my knees. Ended up sitting on the foam case that the laptop had come in. And I tried to transmit at 10 watts, but every time I set it back to 10 watts, it went back to 5, and I finally noticed that the first time I transmitted after resetting it to 10, the radio was flashing an overtamp alert and bopping down to 5 volts. So the pavement was so hot that it was heating the radio up to near or above its PA temperature limit. So yeah, I guess it was a little warm. Anyway, had a good time. We're going to use this same setup this weekend at North Hills Radio's Club's off-the-grid portable practice in Jan Park on Saturday. Spend a little more time with it, see how well it works in a more moderate environment. Back to net, AI6DG.
Okay, thank you. By the way, we have Stuart N6DVM who's on our live chat. He says he's traveling and he's just watching tonight on his phone. He's not able to join us here with pictures, so just sending a hi out there to Stuart. Thank you very much for that explanation. I'm very curious about that AX3. I know that Bob has one also. I saw when he picked one up there at the over there at the I think it was Visalia over there at the DX convention. It was brand new release at that time, and I've talked to Wayne Burdick about this, and Eric, his partner there, and talked about the kind of analysis of these antennas that I've done, and showing that the counterpoise wire seems to radiate more than that little loaded whip thing, and it's true to the case. But the important thing, it's a convenient antenna that you can set up pretty easily and quickly. So there you go. I'm glad it worked out for you. Now, again, what band were you using that on? Was that 20 meters over?
Yes, I actually used it twice this trip. This was at the end of the day I was going home. I was out in the open, and another time earlier, a few days earlier, I had used it actually in the Las Vegas Convention Center on the second level. So I was just sitting on the floor on the second level balcony, and actually had thrown a counterpose through a crack in the window balcony and had it hanging down below. Didn't work quite as well there, I don't think. But in both cases, I tried 20 meters. I look forward to trying it on some different bands to see how it works there. I don't think it's worth the cost. I think it's a perfectly viable antenna, but the price is a bit high for what it is. It probably costs them not much more than 10% of what their sale cost is. So that's a significant profit margin. But it's a perfectly viable product. It definitely works. It's so cool. You got this little plug-in that you just switch around. You turn it 90 degrees for different bands, another 90 degrees for another different band. You plug it in. The antenna tuner matches it, and so it must be fairly close, although the antenna tuner and those things can match almost anything. Kind of mixed feelings, but definitely a viable product. Back to you, AI6DG.
Well, I certainly am happy to see a business like that here in California, still in the manufacturing business, and this stuff not being completely taken over by Chinese knockoffs. So, and I do love the quality of the service that Elecraft gives. Thank you much for sharing that. By the way, Las Vegas, I've been hearing a lot of things about them, that they're hurting really bad because they have so much vacancy now. There's been such a loss, especially of the international tourism. Are you aware of that, over?
I'm not sure how real that is. I think some of it's been overblown. I'm not saying it's not a problem, though. I don't have any, I can't really say anything for sure. I definitely have seen some of the headlines to that effect, however. I think they've lost some types of business, convention side-wise, which is what I was there for. I'm not sure that they've lost all that much.
Okay, yeah, I know it's a hot topic, especially now with all the issues of the tariffs and what's going on. There's some major changes going on in world trade that we're seeing right now, and there's going to be some major adjustments. No question about that. But thanks for sharing this picture. Just thought I'd bring that up since you mentioned Las Vegas, and I'm going to be going out to Reno next month for the Reno ham swap, and I'm going to keep an eye out and just ask the people around there what's the effect been on them. I know it's not going to be as much as Las Vegas, because I think Las Vegas gets more of the international traffic compared to Reno. Um, so, Bob, N6PGQ, do you have a picture for us, and would you like to share? Over.
I do. This should be PD 120 in 6PGQ.
Okay, this is very, very interesting. Picture came through with maybe just about 5 or 6 pixel pops if I can really look close, but much, much stronger. You're much stronger into the repeater there than Joel's transmission was. Interesting. Let's ask Joel to see how you copied that, Joel, and what do you think of that, KP from D?
I want to see the rest of the ship this was on. I'm assuming we were on in the radio room on one of some old ship. Interesting equipment, lots of big knobs. I want to know what's behind the knobs. I mean, I bet there's some interesting caps and coils getting moved around behind all of that. Looks like we're at an operating station because we got a desk, green desk surface in the lower left foreground with a clipboard and pen. Oh, there's some headphones hanging from something on the right of the lower right. But I have no idea what all the controls are doing. I'm assuming there's some of them are for power and some of them are for matching and tuning the radio, indicating power levels and voltage levels, and a bunch of meters, bulkhead in the background and up as the roof. Yep, it's more of a story. Want to hear more? Back to net, yeah, 6PG.
Okay, this is KP4MD. Well, I'm going to just say that I can read KXCH on that transmit. It looks like it's probably a transmitter, and the reason I'm saying it's a transmitter, that unit there in the distance, is because I see the copper tubing coming out the top of it, going to these big ceramic insulators. And the last place that I saw a transmitter that had that kind of connection on output power was at the SS Red Oak Victory ship over there in Richmond, California. So I am, and I know this is not the one in the uh, Red Oak Victory, and I'm going to guess that this might be the Jeremiah O'Brien, because when I was at the Red Oak Victory, the operator, the actual licensed telegraph operator, made a contact with the Jeremiah O'Brien, and I know that they're docked over there in San Francisco. So I'm going to guess maybe that's what it is. But it looks like that same vintage type of World War II type of transmitter. So we're going to turn it back over to Bob. N6PGQ's KP4MD, over.
Well, Carol is 100% right. This is the radio room on the Liberty ship Jeremiah O'Brien, and it's just the way it was when it sailed from the east coast of the United States over to England, delivering materials in convoys. The thing I thought was real interesting is how rudimentary the radios were, until you realize that all they had to do was transmit from ship to ship and to their escort vehicles. It wasn't real long distance. I'm going to let this drop. On the green table are a couple of straight keys. They're a Navy type straight key. They're covered, but not a typical Navy key. The other thing that's really interesting is they have a little cup with a galena crystal in it and a cat's whisker. And so if everything fails, they'd be able to receive a radio transmission. The clock in the middle of the transmitter, as you see, has two red sections on it. And those are quiet times, and you would not transmit during that time. You'd listen for messages of distress. Anyway, what technology? The interesting thing is the O'Brien, with a lot of original crew, sailed back to Europe and did the 50th anniversary of D-Day, successfully traversing the Atlantic, going down the Pacific, through the Panama Canal, and across the Atlantic Ocean and back. N6PGQ.
Yeah, thank you. Very good. Yeah, that's one ship that I have not seen. I've been on the Red Oak Victory, and the other one I was on was the Hornet over there in Alameda. But this is a radio room that I would certainly like to visit as well. So thank you for sharing that. Any further comments on this picture by anybody?
And also, if you're headed to the O'Brien, you got to go on the Pompanito. It's a submarine, and its radio room is quite interesting too. N6PGQ.
Okay, thank you very much. This is KP4MD with the River City Arcs SlowScan Television Net. We're going to take a standby. Are there any other check-ins in the net today? Please come with your call sign. Okay, nothing heard. I have a picture. This is also going to be PD120s, KP4MD. Okay, I want to apologize. I forgot to raise my power. I'm only transmitting at 5 watts, so there's probably quite a few pixel pops on this. But we'll go over to you, Joel, and see how you copied that and what your comments is. Over.
Yeah, a fair number of pops, but not too terrible. There was one bar at the bottom right above the radio, right after the box started. So we've got, looking at the movie theater, probably where you walk in the doors or maybe just inside the doors. So we got Jurassic World, Ballerina, Mission Impossible, something or another. So this is fairly recent. You got the insert of the previous picture down on the lower left with there's the radios. Can't read the three rightmost tiles, but the left one had bigger print with the movies I just mentioned. Someone's going to see the movies. I don't know, do movie theaters even work the same as they used to? I haven't been into a theater to see a movie in ages. I just go home and stream something. If I wanted to really see something, I'd probably go downtown to the IMAX. If I'm going to spend as much money as it takes to go to a regular theater, I want to go see it in an IMAX these days. Back to that, CG.
Okay, thank you for that, Joel. And over to you, Bob. N6PGQ, how did you receive it? And comments, over.
Yeah, there were a few more pixel pops than usual from you. And it looks like the second one says like 22 years in F1, and I can't tell, something 2. Looks like the lobby where you go into the theater, probably to the left is the concession stand or entrance to it. So someone was enjoying a nice, cool day at the movie theater in 6PGQ.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I took this picture in San Juan. While I was down there, I decided to take one afternoon and go to the theater. This is Caribbean Cinemas, which is hard to read. That's what the little sign on the top of the marquee is. And it's, yeah, Jurassic World, Ballerina, Mission Impossible 8. They're already up to number 8. And that 28 years, F1 and Megan 2. How to Train Your Dragon, Materialist, and Elio. And then all the way on the far right, which you could not read, would be Coming Soon, Superman, and Immaculata, which is another local movie down there. I enjoyed the first Jurassic Park movie that came out, and then the second one wasn't so bad. And I just wanted to do something inside, just to enjoy sitting down and watching a movie. So I tried this Jurassic World. What I really like about science fiction is when they have concepts in there which are a little challenging and kind of real scientific. But what they're doing now with this franchise, it's just a pure horror film. Essentially, the whole plot is the people are going around in dark areas, and you're waiting for the boogeyman to pop out from a corner and scare you. And there's just so much of that you can take. I don't find that really very entertaining, but I guess some people do. So I'm not really going to recommend that movie to anybody. This is KP4ND. Any more comments on this? Okay, well, just can say that the movies there are very well attended. You can imagine with the heat and the humidity outside, it's nice to be in a nice, dark, cool place and sit down with your friends and have some popcorn or something. And the particular movie I was in, that Jurassic World one, was not really full packed. Apparently, people they have the same I don't know. There's a lot of hype about that franchise, but I think it's come to a point where it's kind of worn out its novelty. So everybody's now used to seeing dinosaurs popping out from places. Okay. Do we have any other check-ins, KP4MD? Okay, well, I'm going to give an opportunity for anybody who has any other pictures they would like to send to please go ahead and do that. We're only like 35 minutes, so it might be a short net. But does anybody else have any other pictures they would like to share? Okay, I'm not hearing anything, but let me just say that I really miss Bill now, K6KRQ, because he has some really very informative and descriptive pictures of the places that he goes visits, and he just knows so much about the outdoors here in California and Nevada, and I learn a lot when he gets on there and shares some of his pictures. He has quite a good collection, and he says he's going to be coming back with some more when he's back in a couple of weeks. So at that point, I'm just going to open it one more time, one other call if anybody has any other pictures before we close the net. Okay, nothing heard. I think we're going to go ahead and secure the net at this time. Thanks to all who participated in tonight's SSTV Net. We hope to see you again next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Pacific time. This net is now officially closed at 9:37 p.m. Pacific Daylight Savings Time. This is Carol, Kilo Pop for Mike Delta, wishing you all a very good evening and 73.